Now from the night team, a registered sex offender is back behind bars, accused of molesting another child.
Authorities taking James Freeman into custody earlier this week, but 12 News has uncovered that he has a history of sexually abusing children going back decades.
Team 12's Nicole Zymek has been looking into his background. She joins us live now from the Alert Center with the facts that are unfolding tonight. Nicole?
Hey guys, Freeman has been convicted of preying on children as early as the 80s. And taking a look back at the cases, you start to see some haunting similarities.
You're charged with 1 count of molestation of a child, it's a class 2 felony.
A convicted serial child molester back behind bars.
James Edward Freeman, Jr.
Officers arresting James Freeman earlier this week, accusing him of inappropriately touching an 8-year-old girl. But court records also uncovering Freeman spent 13 years in prison for molesting another 8-year-old back in 1997. And before that, back in 1984, he served a year in prison and 5 years probation for molesting 3 girls he was babysitting. Court documents say the girls were 5, 6, and 8 years old. 12 News pulling records from the 1997 case, which detailed Freeman put his hands in the underwear of an 8-year-old girl that he was once again babysitting. Documents revealing back then he requested to serve the minimum term because he believed he had already served enough time back in the 80s. He told detectives he thought he had dealt with his problem and kept his urges in check. He told police, quote, he could not believe how much prison time could be imposed when there are drug dealers out in the community selling drugs to children. A detective concluded, it is believed under no circumstances should Mr. Freeman be provided an opportunity to have unsupervised contact with any child. Before ending the report, saying Freeman will represent a significant risk for the remainder of his life. Freeman is currently facing 1 count of child molestation. He's due back in court next week. We're live in the Alert Center. Nicole Zymek, 12 News at 10.